Hello and welcome back. Today we're doing puzzle number 22 in the Fiendish Logic Puzzle book from Puzzle Baron and Stephen P. Ryder. This one's called Sci-Fi Woodworkers. We have 7 different woodworkers who work with 7 different kinds of wood and sculpt 7 different sci-fi characters with hard to pronounce looking names for 7 different prices with an increment of $2 each. So let's jump right in. Larry's figurines are either the ones that feature Guxuk or the ones that cost $7, but not both. Interesting that they specified that this time. Usually we just assume that it can't be both. Because, you know, if it's one. Anyway, so Larry... Well, I guess all we know at this point is that Guxuk is not the $7 one. Okay. Either Johnny or Blake works with Ashwood. So, it can only be... Kelly charges $4 less than Hubert. So if Kelly is the least expensive, the least Hubert can be is $4 more than that, which is $7. And if Hubert is the most expensive, the most Kelly can be is $4 less than that, which is $11. Number 4. The carver who works with pine charges $2 less than the one who makes LaRoche figurines. Okay, so first off, LaRoche is not pine. Second off, pine is $2 less. So LaRoche can't be the least. Pine can't be the most. Number 5, of Hubert and the fan who charges $5, one works with pine and the other spells Unitaus figurines. Okay, so Hubert is not $5. Oh, we already knew that. And then pine is not Unitaus. Pine is not Unitaus. We also know pine is $2 less than LaRoche, and it's either $5 or it's Hubert. Well, I guess that tells us that pine can't be $3 because it must either be $5 or any amount of money that Hubert could be, and so far all we know is it can't be $3. And pine is $2 less than LaRoche. So LaRoche can't be $5. Okay. Oh, and I see clue number 8 coming up is going to throw a wrench into that in a good way. But let's go in order. So number 6, Nathan charges $2 more than Blake. Of Nathan and the carver who spells Unitaus figurines. One charges $15 and the other works with elm. Okay. So let's see. Well, the thing about Unitaus is that he has to either be Hubert or $5. So let's see. Let's write that down. $5. I'll put it here too. So this Hubert, the sci-fi fan who charges $5, is either pine or 15 or elm. Just a note. Oh, and then of course Nathan is not Unitaus, and $15 is not elm, the most expensive. Okay. The Torum figures cost $8 more than LaRoche. Okay. $8 is a lot, so Torum, if Torum is the most expensive, then the most that LaRoche can be is $8 less than that, which is $7. Yes. 3, 4. All right, and we've already eliminated Larochia. Already has to be. Wait, it's more than Larochia also already has to be $2 more than pine. So it couldn't be $3. So that would tell us $5 or $7. But we eliminated $5 because pine can't be $3. Because pine must either be Hubert or $5, and Hubert can't be $3 because Kelly charges $4 less than Hubert. So the least Hubert could be is $7. Therefore, long story short, all this to say, we have our Larochia, which of course gives us our pine. $2 less. And yeah, that also tells us that the pine is the $5, as we just found out, and Hubert has the Unit House figurines. Okay, so put that here, and let's look here. So now we have of Nathan and the Unit House figurine carver, who is Hubert. So of Nathan and Hubert, one charges $15 and the other works with elm. We now have two in the same category. We have two carvers. So we know that the $15 one must be Nathan or Hubert. And so is the elm, Nathan or Hubert. All right, so we got a lot of information. Let me clean up the board. Excellent. Oh, and of course, Torum is $8 more than Larochia, which is 15. 7 plus 8 is 15, and that makes him either Hubert or Nathan. So I should put Nathan. Oh, no, it can't be Nathan. I mean, it can't be Hubert. Hubert is Unit House. So it can't be $15 because that's Torum. That means Nathan is Torum, which is $15. And Nathan's the $15. And the Unit House is Elm. So we have that too. Even better. Right. Sorry about the wait while I add all these X's. Good. And we're not even done with our first round. This has been a very good start, I say, jinxing us, probably. Okay. Rotem figurines cost $4 less than Spruce. So Spruce is not Rotem. And Rotem has to be $4 less than Spruce. Okay, so if Rotem was the very least, then the least Spruce would be $7. And if Spruce was the most, which it can't be, right? No, it can. I was getting confused. I thought it was Elm for a second. So, and if Rotem, and if Spruce is the very most, then the most that Rotem could be would be $11. And then Rotem can't be $7. So Spruce can't be $4 more than that, so Spruce can't be $11. Good. Good. Okay. Hickory costs $2 more than pine. Fortunately, we already know what pine is, so hickory is $7. And it's also Larochia. Very good. And not Hubert, I should say. Not Hubert, because that's someone else. And elm is Hubert, so we can put that there. All right, great. This is a big one. The 7 figurines are Rotem, Iniach, Torem, Spruce, $7, Hubert, and Johnny. Now, fortunately, we have a lot of these already. So I guess we can go by a character name. So Rotem, Iniach, Torem. The one made of spruce we don't know. The one that sells for $7 is Larochia. The 2 made by Hubert, one of those is Untias. Unteos. And Johnny. Okay. Great. So let's see. We have Iniach, Lotia, Rotem, Tormen. Okay, so Nesset and Guxuk. One has to be the Spruce, and one has to be Johnny. That's all that's left. Okay, so Spruce and Johnny. Well, first off, Hubert and Johnny. Well, no, Hubert can't. We know Hubert can't be Spruce. Johnny can't be Spruce. Johnny can't be $7. I guess Spruce can't be Iniach, Rotem, Torem. Oh yeah, Torem is Nathan. Can't be Spruce now. Yeah, Spruce can only be Guxuk or Nicest. And so can Johnny. Johnny can only be Guxuk or Nicest. Okay. Alright, and Spruce was $2 or something more than something, right? Okay, so Rotem is $4 less than Spruce. We now know that Spruce can't be $15 because that's Torem. And Torem can't be Spruce. So if Spruce can't be $15, then Rotem can't be $11. Okay, what else? And Spruce can't be $7. Also, it's already taken by Hickory. So Rotem can't be $3. So we're looking at $9. Yeah. Very good. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking that, I'm thinking that $9 must either be Spruce or Rotem, because it could be here and here, or here and here, but if it was here and here, the only other two options, then it wouldn't be $2 apart, $4 apart. But unless we know which character, it's pretty limited. So $9 has to be Spruce or Rotem to preserve because there's only 2 available spots for those two, and they're, it has to be one of the 2 options. So this $9 either has to be Rotem or it has to be Spruce, which can only be Guxux or Nicest. So get rid of all that. No Unistaus. Oh, because that's Hubert, right? And that's Elm also. Good. Good. Okay. The figurines made of fur are either Nathan's or Iniach. Okay, so Nathan. Okay, so Nathan is Torum. So Fur is either Torum or Eniac. Okay. And Torum and Eniac are both in clue 11, so that tells us that, you know, it couldn't be $7 even if it was taken. It couldn't be spruce if it wasn't already a different kind of wood. And it can't be Hubert or Johnny, so Johnny can't be Fur. Oh, excuse me. Forgot that one. Okay. All right, and finally, the last clue. The cheapest figurines are not Ash. Very good. Good. Wow, we got a lot of information from just on our first run through the clues. So let's fill out the board down here. Maybe we'll even beat the average time. Probably not, because I still gotta say everything out loud. Okay, so... Pine, hickory, Russia. Good. It's only, oh, Nathan is Torum. And good. Okay. Let's start back at the top. Larry is either Gucksuck or the one that cost $7, which is actually Larochia. So, Gucksucks or Larochia for Larry. Okay, good. But we don't know which yet. Good. Johnny or Blake works with Ashwood. Okay, not yet. Kelly charges $4 less than Hubert. That we can work with. So Kelly is $4 less than Hubert. $4 less than 11 is 7. $4 less than 13 is 9. That's it. Okay. Pine is $2 less than Larochia. We got that. Nathan charges Nathan charges $2 more than Blake. So Blake is $13. And Hubert is $11. And Kelly is $4 less than that, so $7. Which makes her Hickory and Larochia. Which means that Larry has to be Gucksucks because Kelly is Larochia. Okay, that's it, I think. All right. Oh, Nathan. Got that. Okay, Torum. Rodham is $4 less than Spruce. Hickory or $2 more. I've got that. All right. Clue number 11. All right. So now we have. Okay, the $7 is also Kelly. So first off, she can't be Spruce, but I have a feeling. All right, so we have Gucksucks is now Larry. Not Hubert. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking that Gucksucks, our friend Larry here, has to be Spruce because It's not Rotem, Enoch, or Torum. It's not $7, that's Larochia. And it's neither Hubert nor Johnny, it's Larry. Therefore, the only thing left is Spruce. So Larry and Guxux is Spruce. And okay, Spruce. Okay. Oops. Okay. So that also tells us, so what's left for Johnny here is Niset. So Johnny has to be Niset, that's all that's left. Blake, okay. Blake is not Guxux, that's Larry. So Larry has to be $9, which is Spruce. Spruce is $9. So Spruce, Rotem is $4 less, 5. Wait, that doesn't work. $4 less. Oh yeah, 5. I thought that was the cheapest for a second. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay, so fur is either Nathan or Enoch. Okay. And then the cheapest isn't Dash. What was that thing about fur again? Fur. Oh, never mind. All right, I think we made another round through the clues, and we have a lot more to fill in our chart. So Kelly, Larry, Hubert, Blake. Okay, and then Hubert is yes, and Elm. And then Pine is Rotem. Nine is Guxux. Guxux. And Spruce. Oh, Blake can't be Rotem, so Rotem has to be here, Sam, and Enoch has to be Blake. Sam, that leaves, all that's left, Johnny is $3. So, what was Johnny? Oh yeah, Johnny was Niacet. Makes sense. Okay, and Hubert is Unitaus. Okay, we have all the characters, all the woodcrafters. Let's just get all the wood. So fur has to either be Nathan or Enoch. So I don't know which one it is yet, but it's one of the top two most expensive. So it can't be the least expensive. It can't be Johnny. So Johnny is mahogany. And that's nicest. Okay. The nicest. Then Sam. Good. Okay, now Antioch, and then Nathan, Torum. Oh, we got that. So okay. Let's start at the beginning. So Larry's is Guxix. Okay, so Johnny doesn't work with Ashwood. Blake has to work with Ashwood. Very good. Ash, and what does that leave for Nathan? Fur. Oh. There we go. All right, now we check our work in the back of the book. Okay, we got Johnny, Sam, Kelly, Larry, Hubert, Blake, Nathan. Good. Mahogany, pine, hickory, spruce, elm, ash, fir. Good. Oh boy. Nicest, rhodum, larochia, guxuck, unitaus, iniok, and torum. So we got this one. All right, this was a great one. We did it probably in record time. Let me look. Yeah, I'd say just about. Now let me just finish up the board, and I'll take this downtime to thank you so much for watching again. If you're like me going through this book and you have any questions or any particular puzzle that you're stuck on, please feel free to request it in the comments. Ash, good. Fur, Nathan, hickory, Kelly. Be sure to like the video if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. Thank you again for watching. Voila, we're done.